you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So get your ass in gear.
Yeah. Move your ass, baby.
So I'm heading to the gym right now. I've decided to go and have a session because my back's feeling a little bit better. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a little session. I'm not gonna push the weights too hard. I'm gonna just work my chest basically. Nothing too mental. I do want to get some sport in. I don't want to stay inactive. So I'll do a bit of that, and then I'm gonna film a few exercises with Nicholas, who's the bodybuilding 2016 world champion in the natural division. Get a few things in, film a few sets, and then we'll take it from there. I'll see how I feel after the gym. Not trying to exert myself too much, just take it nice and easy and build myself back up to recovery. So I literally finished the bench press about 5 minutes ago. Been chilling, not pushing myself too hard because you know, the injury, lower back and whatnot. But on another note, like I said, look who's there. This is the world champion right here, 2016. Nicolas.
Ok, bon, je veux dire bonjour à tout le monde tout d'abord. Et voilà, je veux recommencer tout d'abord par une phrase simple et efficace. Quand on commence les entraînements, que ce soit dans les entraînements, dans la vie de tous les jours, faites les choses à fond. Faites toujours les choses à fond, croyez en vous-même, ne laissez pas les on-dit vous blesser, vous freiner dans ce que vous entreprenez. Donc ayez confiance en vous, faites les choses jusqu'au bout et gardez vraiment les personnes importantes autour de vous parce que c'est ce qui va vous faire avancer et surtout c'est ce qui va vous faire grandir. Donc on peut entreprendre plein de choses dans la vie, dans sa vie professionnelle ou bien dans le sport, mais quand on n'est pas bien entouré, quand on finit seul, bon, on n'avance pas beaucoup loin, on n'avance pas vraiment loin. Donc du coup, voilà, c'est vraiment un conseil que j'avais envie de donner à tout le monde. C'est vraiment, soyez entouré des bonnes personnes qui vous veulent du bien. Séparez-vous des personnes qui vous disent que des mauvaises choses, qui cassent du sucre dans votre dos. Et faites les choses à fond avec ces personnes, car on n'avance jamais seul, on avance toujours mieux accompagné. Ouais.
I never sober up. You took me out the drama with your holy touch. You were there when it was cold, you were the only one. You gave a channel to this anger in my soul, and now I can't ever leave you alone. You're the reason that I ever grabbed the microphone. Gave a kid hope in a broken home. Nearly broke my bones to those drum breaks. Smoky staircase instead of prayers on a Sunday. Sharing bottles of rum, beatboxing in the hallway. So we're together for life, fuck what they all say. Moving forward in life, I still keep you with me. Same intrigue as when I was 15. The voice
Ça pique, hein?
in my ear, keep my mind frame pristine. Rockin' said it and I guess the rhythm did. Common sense, you were the love of his life. Back in the day with Erica, all I could do was stare at you. Whole different area, but I was there with you. Common sense, you were the love of his life. Back in the day with Erica, all I could do was stare at you.
So I'm pretty happy with the gym session that happened today. Even though I have a little bit of pain in my back, I was able to do some bench press and some dumbbell presses and some flies. And luckily enough, my back actually held up, so that's pretty good. The second thing that was good is that I finally managed to introduce you to Nicholas, the bodybuilding champion 2016 in the natural category. He too was coming back just after a back injury. Now before I said he actually injured his back doing deadlifts as well, but it wasn't actually deadlifts because I asked him what he actually did to injure his back. And it wasn't his lumbar either that he injured. It was actually a muscle that he pulled because he was squatting. He overloaded the bar. It's always about overloading that bar, right? Pushing the bar. And he lost his balance, leant forward, and then he felt a muscle pull and basically stopped after that. And then he was out of the gym for 3 to 4 weeks, so basically a month. And that's how fragile your back is. And I was talking to some of the personal trainers after having chatted to Nicholas, and Nicholas was telling me as well that you really got to be careful about your back, because if you mess your back up, that could be you done for life, or just put out of commission for a long time. Now, the thing is, one of the coaches said, Chris, the guy that I showed you in the previous vlog, he said that You need to injure yourself to learn. It's like a child. If you tell a child not to touch the boiling hot stove, well, the kid's going to go and touch it, and then he's going to have to burn himself to learn from his mistake. And it's the same in the gym. You think you can do everything, you think you can lift as heavy as you want, and you think that nothing will ever happen to you. And then the day it does happen, then it's a wake-up call that you're not actually invincible, and you can get injured relatively easily in the gym if you lose concentration, or if you try and lift your ego, or if you just have terrible technique, terrible form. Many things, many factors can play into the fact that you get injured. And it's important to not lift your ego, to not overload the bar, and to go slowly and build up. So you want to build that muscle, you want to perfect your form, and once you've built that muscle up and perfected your form, then you can start lifting heavier because you're properly trained for this stuff. You can't just go into it cold and think you can just basically lift whatever you want. Start light, doesn't matter. If someone else is lifting 100 kilos, doesn't mean you have to lift 100 kilos. You can go ahead and lift 30, 20, 40, whatever it is, whatever your body responds to, you lift. And like Nicholas said, everybody is different. You can't copy everyone else. You know, the next Mr. Olympia's workout routine won't necessarily work for you. You can take a few bits and pieces from there, you can try it out and see what works for you and then ditch the rest. Same for nutrition. Obviously there are fixed principles in nutrition that you should follow, but everybody is different. So everyone adapts differently to different workouts and different nutrient intake, different nutritional plans. And you need to find this by experimenting. So you can't just basically switch on YouTube or switch on the TV or watch something on the internet and just say, okay, I'm going to do the exact same thing as that person and get the exact same results. That will never happen. You need to experiment. You need to be willing to put the time, the effort, and the focus into your workouts and be dedicated to getting the results, because it's a long-term thing. It's not a short-term thing.